Grand, grand, grand. Today is Wednesday. Wealth Building Wednesday. Wealth Building Wednesday. Ooh, I hope you all had a great holiday. Today looks like it is a beautiful day. I wish I could do this outside today, okay? I went out there in my backyard. I was like, ooh, it's beautiful outside. It's beautiful outside. It is Wednesday, and for those who don't know, my name is Lakeisha LeGrand, also known as Madam Finance, because I love helping everyday people build wealth with confidence. Welcome, Moonlight Minerals. I hope you got my flyer. I just want to, huh?
Good morning. Flyer, where'd you send it?
To your text message. If not, I'll retext it to you. I just want to remind everybody that on the 30th, anybody who need funding should be at Global
Oh
Empower.
yeah, I received it. Yep.
Oh, you did? Okay. It's gonna be all the people with funding. Detroit has an amazing ecosystem. I mean, everybody's supposed to be there. A state representative, CDFI, Detroit means business, tech town. I mean, you name it. It's prosperous, and it's a lot of funding that's going to be in that room, and they have to get rid of the money, because if they don't get rid of the money, then they're not going to get any more. So come on out that day. Have your, I don't know if you really need to have your business plan, but be ready to get those names and those numbers. Even if you're not ready right now, at least you'll have the contact information. You'll have the contact, numbers and who to contact. Shani, I'm bringing your book, girl. I'm bringing your book. Shani created a book for years ago for, like, if you go to a trade show, and the book helps you to get organized. So I'm bringing that book because it'll help me remember the people's name, what we talked about. So I'm going to make sure that I have that available. Um, Also, what would be great as well is if you have, like, letters of intents. Start working on those things if you are looking to, if you have a business, you want to scale, you're looking for funding, have letters of intent of people who say they will support your business, or that, or if you want to open a building, like our case, we wanted to get a building. And so those letters of intents, I'm working on gathering them so that I can have them at least 20 by by the 30th, of people to show how many people will support your business. These are other things that you can have and you can use. So I'm excited about that. Um, any proof that you have, just come on out and show up for your business, and tell people who have a business. We can't keep this kind of information to ourselves. So I got up and I started meditating a little bit, and then I went and I did my secret, my manifestation card, and I just want to share with you all because you know sometimes we go through a lot and we feel like things not the way it should be, but it really is. And so it said everything is on track always, even if it don't seem like it is. It is on track. No matter where you are in life currently, and no matter how difficult things might appear to be in this moment, you are always being moved towards magnificence. And you just have to believe that the good, the bad, is all, getting you to magnificence, getting you to that next stage of your life. And another thing is that I think is really, really so important is that happiness attracts happiness. That's huge, and it is the truth. It's a simple formula. You must be happy now to bring everything that makes you happy into your life through the law of attraction. Happiness brings about more happiness. So I just want to leave you all with that. And it's Wednesday, and I love Wednesday, okay? Because most people fall off by Monday, Tuesday, by Wednesday, some people fall off. But it is good to know that all of the Elizabeths, we still on track. We still on track. We making moves. We making big moves, not just little moves, okay? I love Wednesday because it's a chance to evaluate how your week is going. Like, come on, just trying to check yourself. Are you making any accomplishments? Are you making any strides? Do you need to tighten up a little bit so that we can end the week out with a bang? Okay. Well, with that being said, everybody know I love to start the show off with a millionaire and billionaire success story. And this story fit in so good with what I'm going to talk about today. This is, I'm calling it From Bathrooms to the Boardroom, the unstoppable story of Chris Gardner. Some people talk about hitting rock bottom, but Chris Gardner lived there. And he had his baby son with him when he did. He was born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin in 1954. Christopher Paul Gardner didn't come from a family with money, connections, or a blueprint for success. He grew up in poverty, raised by his mother who fought for her battles, and a stepfather who was very abusive. The home was unstable. The foundation was shaky. But something inside young Chris refused to break. After serving the U.S. Navy, Gardner found himself in San Francisco in the early 1980s, working low-paying jobs and selling medical equipment just to survive. Then life hit him all at once. His relationship fell apart. He lost his housing, and suddenly he was a single father with nowhere to go. No home, no plan, no safety net, just a toddler in his arms and burning belief that this could not be the end of his story. What happened next is the part that makes people stop and pay attention. Gardner landed an unpaid internship at Dean Witter Reynolds, one of the most competitive brokerage firms in the country, unpaid, which meant while he was learning the business of wealth, he had no income coming in. He and his son Christopher Jr. slept in homeless shelters when they could not get a spot. When they couldn't, they slept in the bathroom at a BART transit station in Oakland, locking the doors behind them, a father holding his son in the dark, determined that tomorrow would be different. He worked tirelessly through school, through the Navy, through a series of low-paying jobs. But even after all that, the struggle didn't stop. He was changed when his decision to stop waiting for a door to open and start building his own. He outperformed every other intern. He earned his spot. He became a full broker, and he didn't stop there. In 1987, Chris Gardner founded his own brokerage firm, Gardner Rich and Company in Chicago. He built it from nothing into a multi-million-dollar operation. His life story was later dramatized in the best-selling memoir, The Pursuit of Happiness, and his Hollywood film adaptation starring Will Smith as Gardner and Jaden Smith as his son grossed over $300 million worldwide, turning his pain into a global moment of hope. Today, Chris Gardner is recognized not only as an American entrepreneur, but an investor, a stockbroker, but as a celebrated motivational speaker, an author, a philanthropist, admired for one of the most powerful rags to riches stories ever told. And the money, as of 2026, Chris Gardner's net worth is estimated at $70 million, built through decades of smart investing, speaking engagements that, that command between 30,000 to 50,000 per event. Ooh, that's some good money to get paid for speaking. Book royalties and business ventures. But here is what separates Chris Gardner from just another story. He never forgot the bathroom floor. Gardner is dedicated philanthropist, particularly passionate about fighting homelessness. He has donated significant sums to housing initiatives and notable invested $50 million into San Francisco low income housing projects. He didn't just climb out of the pit, he went back and built a ladder. That was Chris Gardner. Ooh, y'all remember that movie, The Pursuit of Happiness? Did anybody see that? Did anybody see that? Y'all don't remember that? The
Yeah,
Pursuit of Happiness?
that was really good.
Yeah, it was.
Yep, I saw it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I saw it, but that was really uh, a story. And you just can't give up. Like you just have to keep on going. You can't keep fighting. You can't keep working and keep working and keep working. Then eventually you don't make it. Like everybody get their time a chance. You have to stay in the game. You have to believe. You have to trust. You have to be able to motivate yourself. When the tough gets tough, you gotta motivate yourself. There's nobody gonna change your situation but you. You have to be the one. You have to be the one. So this story really goes into what we're going to talk about today. So Queen, I got the power.
You got the power.
Uh, uh. Welcome, Stephanie Mason. I saw her somewhere. Hey, doll. All right, let's see. There we go. Share. Okay, where am I? Where am I? I got to be over here somewhere, right here. All right, I only had one thing open. Here we go. There we go. Can y'all see that screen?
Yep.
Okay. So today, we're going to be very interactive today. Today, we're going to be talking about real money talk. The truth about money, spending, and wealth. Money grows where you plant it. So choose your soil wisely. Want to set some ground rules? Be prepared to learn today. Be 100% present and take good notes. This will be a good time to grab your notebook, your pen, and your paper. This is an educational session. I'm not a financial planner. I'm not going to tell you what to invest in. I am an investor and an entrepreneur. And I ask that you stay to the end. Okay, so today we're talking about smart money mindset, spending with purpose, building wealth that lasts, cash flow and ownership, life insurance awareness. I had to put this in because of a situation. I'm like, it's unbelievable. Financial power moves. We here to make some power moves. It's 2026. This year is all about, for me, expansion. So we're going to expand this year and grow this year. We're going to get this information. We're going to get inspired and we're going to implement. We're not just learning, we're going to apply everything that is being taught this year in all areas of our life. Why this conversation matters? This conversation matters because the truth about money can change your life, your future, and your family tree. When you know better, you do better, and then you live better. At least that's how it's supposed to be. So, I want y'all to take a look at this. What do all these people have in common? Take a look at this list, then we'll talk about the answer. We got 10 people on this board. Did everybody see all 10 names?
Yep.
We got Warren Buffett, Elon Musk, Oprah Winfrey, Jay-Z, Magic Johnson, Robert F. Smith, Robert Kiyosaki, Damon John, Rihanna, and Tyler Perry. Can somebody tell me what all of these people have in common?
They
Well,
all build billion-dollar businesses.
Okay, all right then. That's good. Anything else?
philanthropy.
Okay. Anything else?
They all are investors.
Come on now. Ooh, y'all on fire today. That's right. All of these people are investors, own businesses. And so we talked about, I just wanted to show you an example. See, I love studying millionaires and billionaires because success leaves clues. And so all of these wealthy people own some things. They own their own business, plus they own other people's business, part ownership of other people's business. Ownership. True wealth comes through ownership. I've said it so many times. Either you're going to own your own business, take a chance to own your own business, or own a piece of somebody else's business, right? Because true wealth comes through ownership. It's not working for somebody else. I'm not knocking no jobs because your job is your gateway. You need a job to be able to invest in your business, to make it, to do multiple things. But true wealth only comes through business. I had asked on the internet, like, what's the most paying job? I did not see a job that made $1 million. Now, maybe over years, of added up to $1 million, but $1 million is not a lot of money. I remember Mike Murdoch say, you broke when you think $1 million is a lot of money. I said, ooh-wee, that was years ago. I thought that was like fire. I'm like, okay, $1 million is not a lot of money, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk real talk. Every dollar you spend is either building your future or funding somebody else's. We have to be intentional about how we are spending our money. Make your money work for you. And we're going to talk about more of that. Here's a wake-up call. Every time you spend, you're funding someone else's legacy. When you swipe that card, you're not just buying a product, you're paying someone's mortgage, you're funding their retirement, and you're building their empire. The question is where the money is. The question isn't where the money is working. It's whose side is the money working on? Is it working on your side? Or is it working on their side? Is it just going in one direction? It's not what you make, it's what you keep. Most people work for money, but wealthy people make money work for them. So I just want to work on our mindset. We have to change our mindset when it comes to the money. Your job pays you once, and then you have to do it again, and then you have to do it again. Assets can pay you forever. Labor creates income. Owners create wealth. The goal is to create income streams. We all have heard it all our life, multiple streams of income that can continue supporting you later in life. One income is not going to do it for you. So, this is the tale of two transactions, okay? I call it the tale of two. This is the story behind when you spend. So when you spend, you pay retail, retail profits, retailer pays investors, investors grow wealthy, and you start over next paycheck. I'm gonna make sure we got that. I'm gonna read that again.
Oh my God.
When you spend, you pay retail, the retailer profits, the retailer pays the investors grow wealthy, you start over next paycheck. Versus, let's tell the story on the other side. When you invest, right? So when you invest, you buy an asset, the asset generates return, the return compounds over time, you get paid for doing nothing, and wealth builds while you rest.
Mm,
Ooh, that's a mic drop, bam!
mm.
We're gonna do that. We're gonna say that one again. I can't say it twice on one side, don't do it on this side. Let's do this. Let's run by this one more time.
You might have to do that 3 times on the other side.
One more again.
Woo.
When you invest, you buy an asset. Asset generates return. Your return compounds over time. You get paid for doing nothing, and wealth builds while you rest. Ooh! See, that's the story behind when you invest. Now, the average millionaire has 7 streams of income. Not 1, not 2, not 3. 7 streams of income. Multiple things going on. The average American has 1 stream of income. We have to change that. It's like an unnegotiable. It's non-negotiable. Like, this is something that we have to do. We have to do multiple streams of income, and things can move a lot faster for you. So I'm really working on us changing the way we are looking at money. What if you had to stop working? What if you got injured? What if your health changed? What if your job ended? What if you became a caregiver? What if you simply just got tired? If all your income depends on you showing up, you don't own a system yet. Those multiple streams of income, that's a system. Because with one not working, the other one will. That's why you can't always listen to other people. Because throughout my years of being out here, I don't want to say hustling, but I felt that back then I was moving and shaking, right? And you always hear people would talk about, you doing too much. You doing too much. You got to concentrate on one thing. And when I look at them, I hear them, I'm like, I don't know how I would have made it with two kids just concentrating on one thing. Because the money that was coming in was good when it was coming in, okay? It always would be like right on time. So quit listening to people. And then one of my mentors, he would say, only poor people tell you that you're doing too much. Wealthy people not going to tell you that they're doing too much. I remember one guy I met, his name was it Robert Smith? I can't think his name. It was Robert something. And he owned the Robert's Hotel downtown. And there was this, it was an amazing event. I can't think of the name of the event right now. And he was a billionaire, black billionaire. And somebody had asked him, like, well, how many businesses do you have? Do y'all know what he said? He said, I own 70 different businesses. He owns 70. It didn't click to me then, but he wasn't lying. He probably owned his business, and guess what? He owned a piece of other people's businesses as well. Because you do get a chance to be on the in the boardroom. You do get a chance to give your opinion. I got something in the email the other day. I was like, what? Okay, then I have an option to show up and vote on different people, new people that they want to bring into the company. So you are a part owner of that, right? We have to change the way we think. We can't stay on the consumer side. We can't just keep buying and buying and buying and don't own nothing. We have spending down pat, but can we get owning things down pat? Can we own some things this year? And if you own some things, can we own some more things, right? And a lot of these things have, happened to a lot of people. My job that ended several times. Ooh, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't no, you know what I'm saying? Trying to wait till I could find me another job. Luckily, I do save. I was saving. It helped me kind of like make it through. But how long would that last? I had two kids. They in sports. It was expensive. I became a caregiver. I had to take care of my 89-year-old grandmother just out of the blue. Like, psh, my life did a whole 360. I couldn't work. I had to quit my job to take care of my grandmother. My grandmother was, um, had Alzheimer's, schizophrenic. I was young. I ain't know nothing about all of that. But I ended up being the one taking care of my grandmother. My finances, it shift. So really think about this, because don't think it won't happen to you. Have I got tired? Have you ever got tired on your job and like you just was miserable, did not like your job, didn't want to go to work? If you go ahead and just put some money aside, start buying things, start owning things, it will feel good. Because I love living life on my terms. So really think about changing your mindset and own a system. It's about systems, about scaling up. Huh. You know what I like, y'all? Money never clocks out. Money doesn't need a sick day, a mental health day, a vacation. When you deploy your money, when you put your money to work and you put it into the right vehicles, it works 24/7 a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, without a break, without a complaint, without a check-in. It sounds better than a man so far. Come on now. Your money never needs to clock out. So let's just say, for instance, some vehicles that you can put your money into. If you put your money to a high yield account, 10,000 in a high yield account earns while you sleep. If you purchase some dividend stocks, right? It pays you quarterly just for holding the stocks. Annuities. If you put your money into annuities, it generates income you can't never outlive. If you invest or put money into your life insurance, it builds cash value whether you paying attention or not. Oh, I can't wait till we get to this particular area because I really want us to take a good look at your life insurance. And if you don't have a life insurance, it's time to start working on getting your life insurance in order, okay? People don't realize that your life insurance is a part of your financial portfolio. It's not just for burial. You can use it as a living benefit as well as a death benefit. You want to deploy your money and then let it run while you sleep. Let it run every day. Let your money work all year. With no breaks, no complaints, no check-in. Let me see if I got this slide. Hold on, this is out of order. Uh-oh. What'd I do? All right. So I'm missing a slide, but that's okay. People is always flexing, right? People always flexing. They buying these nice cars. They buying all these designer jeans and outfits. You know, they buying all the jewelry, the rings, the fur coats. You know, they feel like they flexing, okay? They want people to think they, you know what I'm saying, they paid in full. But that's not the real flex, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you about the real flex. The real boss up is financial freedom. To be able to live life on your terms, to be able to move the way you want to move. Cash flow. Having that cash flow is the real flex. Low stress. Like, hey, I'm not stressing about nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. You know what I mean? It's all good. Less stress. That's the flex. Owning assets. That's the real flex. Owning, being an owner, ownership. What do you own? Having options. Oh my God. I love having options. I'm an options girl. I'm always looking for options. I don't like just one way. Like, I love variety. Options. Ain't it good to be able to have options? Right? I can decide whether or not I want to work today. I don't want to work today. I got options. You want to put yourself in a position where you have options. Being prepared. Ooh, that's a real good one. You want to be prepared or be in preparation stage, right? That's why I had the Generational Wealth Blueprint series, right? Because some of us may not be ready right now to get a trust, to do all those things right now, but can you at least know what to do or know about it, right? I didn't know when I found out about holding companies, right? I wasn't ready for holding companies at then, but I know my future. I know my goals, my dreams that one day I'm going to need a holding company. And guess what? If I didn't write it down, I wouldn't know anything about it. But guess what? Now I'm at an age I got my holding company, right? But I wouldn't have got it. How you gonna reach a goal that you can't see, that you ain't wrote down? How you gonna start a trust? Most of us are business owners on here. You a business owner, and you know eventually you're gonna be wealthy. That's the whole goal. And now you need to know what to do with your money, how to begin to trust, how to leave a legacy to your children, your children's children. In my case, is that and my nieces and nephews. How I'm gonna do that if I don't know nothing about it? If I don't even know where to begin? So be in the preparation stage, because a lot of times when the opportunity presents itself, in a lot of cases, it's too late to prepare. So let's start our preparations. You know, look at it, you getting a head start, and you're going to be ready when that time comes. So be prepared, right? Helping your family. Oh my God, it feels so good when you can help your family. Me and my ex-husband, we got two children together, right? And my boys are very self-sufficient for the most part. They don't like to ask us for nothing. They don't, they they'll do without a lot of times before asking. They cannot stand to ask. But sometimes, we need help. And so my son in Arizona, he called. And he asked me for some money, and he asked his dad for some money, right? And I was so thankful because he never asked. You know how that'd feel if he finally asked me for some money and then I didn't have it for him? I mean, that would have did so. I immediately was like, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God, that I had the money to give him for what I gave him more than what he asked for, right? And his father was feeling the same way. He said, I didn't have all of it right then. That hurt him, He gave him some, but he said, I'm gonna give him some more. But he running a business, restaurant and a lot of bills, a lot of expenses. But that's not a good feeling when you can't take care of your family. They come and they asking you for something, and then you're not able to help them. So we wanna, it feels good to be able to help your family. Leaving a legacy. Come on now. We have to leave something. It's even biblical, for us to leave an inheritance to our children and our children's children. And how are we going to leave a legacy if we don't even search out to find out what to do? Find out how we can use a life insurance policy to build generational wealth from generations to come. How are we going to leave a legacy if we don't even look on what it is about trust? If we don't educate ourselves about trust? How to name a trust, how to fund a trust. So we have to seek out these things. Stability over attention. That's important. Ownership over appearance. Ooh, I really want to talk about this subject right now. I had to bring this in. Life insurance is the most underused wealth tool. I need some water. Life insurance is not just protection, it's a strategy. Even if you don't have children, I'll advise you to get it as soon as you can, okay? Because you can use it. We all know It protects your family, right? Life insurance. It ensures your loved ones are taken care of if something happens to you. Life insurance builds cash value, cash growth tax advantage, and can be accessed when you need it. It creates options. Use living benefits for opportunities, for emergencies, or maybe in retirement. It leaves a legacy. Your life insurance policy transfers wealth tax efficiently and leaves a lasting impact. You can have a small policy, and that small policy can be used again for generations and generations to come, but you have to know how to do that. Life insurance is more than a safety net, it's a wealth building foundation the most people overlook. Don't just leave something behind, leave something that grows. Life insurance is not just protection, it is a strategy. Here's a client. The client situation. We talking about real people, real lives, real wake-up calls. Meet Tanisha. Tanisha is 39 years old, corporate manager, family of 2 kids, located in Georgia. Her challenges: living paycheck to paycheck, high credit card debts, high car note payment, spending to keep up appearances, no savings, no investments, no plan. This was the turning point for Tanisha. Tanisha's car broke down. Her job ended 2 weeks later, and she had $127 to her name. That's when everything changed. What Tanisha did next? She got serious about her finances. Let's don't wait till something like this that happened to Tanisha. Let's don't wait till something happened before we get serious about our finances. She eliminated debt. We should be eliminating debt right now. She started building an emergency fund. Let's start building our emergency fund. She invested in life insurance, built multiple streams of income, and began building real wealth. So the key takeaway from this story is it's not about how much you make. It's about what do you do with what you have? How prepared are you when life happens? We want to be prepared. This is the reason why I wanted to talk about this right now. This is a real situation that's happening right now. I have a client. She had multiple life insurance policies, actually 14 of them, for her children for over 8 years. Each one of those policies had cash value. Unfortunately, the policies lapsed. I wish I could have got to her before her policies lapsed. You know why? Everyone should have a policy review at least I feel like every year. Some people say every 2 years, some people say every 5 years, because you want to know what it is that you have. At least know how much cash value do you have in your policy, right? Her policy lapsed. Do you know every single last one of those policies had money in them? And once they lapsed, you don't have no access to them. Some policies that she was working on, probably had like 500 in them. One probably had $800 in it. Another probably had $1,000. Like 14 different policies that she had for 8 years had money that she had access to. But because they lapsed, she had no access to that cash value. She could have checked to see what the cash value was, borrowed from it, and paid her premiums. Or she could have surrendered them and be like, okay, I don't think I'm gonna be able to pay this no more. Give me all that money. She probably could have walked away with close to $5,000, if not more. But because it lapsed, she didn't have anything. You know, we're not thinking about the tools that we have, the way you can work them. So, unfortunately, the policies lapsed. All of her accumulated cash value was lost. I'm sure she could have used that money. And now she's trying to get 14 policies back. Well, actually, it's 15. I left somebody out. 15 policies. Now they're 8 years older. So, and she want to get only $250 a month. There's no way. You got 14 people. Some of them are grown for $250. So know what you have. Know what your health insurance that can protect your income, but you need to know what's going on with your health insurance. You know how many people don't know what's going on with their health insurance? How much it costs if you had to stay in the hospital? So review your policies, understand and know your options, protect what matters most. I want to talk about the wealth formula, the Madam Finance wealth formula. Simple steps, but powerful results. Change your mindset, how we are with money. Your thoughts about money create your future. Spend with purpose. Be intentional when you are spending your money or about to spend your money. Every dollar should move you closer to your goals. Every dollar. Build income streams. What can I do? Like, there's no excuses in the age that we live in, especially with this artificial intelligence, because as long as you have a computer, internet, or a phone, you can make some additional money. So build income streams, more than one stream, more than one season. Protect what you build. Guard your money so your money can grow. Invest and multiply. Invest and multiply. Put your money to work and let it grow for you. When we put money up, we're buying stuff. You're not losing anything. You're not. You actually helping yourself and putting your money to work, just like you got soldiers working for you now. Your money, look at your money, those are soldiers working for you. You don't get wealthy by accident. If you're waiting on somebody else to change your financial situation, it's not going to happen. Nobody's going to save you. You have to save yourself. Save yourself. You don't get wealthy by accident. You get wealthy by planning. You can do anything with a plan. You build it on purpose. Plant good habits today. You build wealth tomorrow and you can leave a legacy forever. This week's action plan. Y'all know I love to give y'all something to do. I don't like to just talk and then you don't have nothing to apply. Like, we got to apply what we have. I never always have something for you to do or some type of call to action, something for you to do. Today is no different. This week's action plan. Review where your money is going. We have to take time out for ourselves. That's loving yourself also. Take time out to review where your money is going. Eliminate one unnecessary expense. You can find it from somewhere. We got all these subscriptions. I got so many subscriptions. I don't even know how to calculate. So much stuff be coming out of my account. I be like, where did that come from? Like, I got all kind of stuff that I didn't even use it. But I need to narrow it on down. I'm no different than you are. I'm human. I fall short sometimes. We all fall short sometimes. Check your policies and accounts. Check your bills. Now, I used to didn't check my bills, but once I start checking my bills, they make mistakes. You can get charged stuff that you don't even you're not even aware of, but you're so used to just paying it, that you don't even see the mistakes. They make mistakes. Learn one new financial concept. We have to be educating ourselves. We have to get familiar with the terminology. Take action towards your future, ladies and gentlemen. Small steps equal big results and real wealth. It's about being consistent. You can start investing. Come on, somebody. Give me somebody, Elizabeth, somebody tell me, how much do you need to start investing? What's the minimum? Can I get a minimum, somebody? What is the minimum you need to start investing? We ain't going forward.
Isn't it $0 or $5?
$5. $5.
$5. Come on, man. Dollars. Okay? No excuses. Somebody, what is Elizabeth? Somebody, how much does it cost to open up a brokerage account?
It's free.
$0.
$0. Okay? Don't tell me. Can you at least open it? Can you at least open it? Because once you open it and you got a brokerage account, you're gonna start wanting to see money in it eventually. But I got this brokerage account. Oh, I gotta put something in. It's gonna encourage you to want to put something in it. You're not gonna want to have this brokerage account and ain't nothing in it. You're gonna start putting something in it, but first you gotta at least open it.
Mm-hmm.
When you're ready to invest, there's 4 steps I really want you all to think about. Before you invest a single dollar, do these 4 things. Protect yourself first. Protect yourself first with a life insurance, health insurance, an emergency fund. Build the safety net before you build the portfolio. Because really what's going to happen if you start investing and did a savings when something happened, that's what you're going to end up going into your investments. And we don't talk about rich get rich schemes. This is not no quick get rich. We're talking about buying and holding. We're talking about long term. Yeah, it's boring. It's not exciting. It's boring, but it has to be done, right? And you want to be consistent across the board. So protect yourself first. Step 2 is to know your goals. Like, what is it that you want to do? Are you building for retirement? Are you building for a house or a property? Are you building for a legacy for someone or multiple people? Your strategy depends on your destination. What is your goal? How can you hit a target you can't see? How you even gonna know if you don't even plan? Like, do you even know? Like, I already know what I want to do and how much money that I need to do what I need to do for my children, for my kids. My children, my grandchildren, and for my nieces and nephews. I know how much money I'm going to need and what I'm going to do. Have a plan and a vision. You have that visualization and that plan that's going to help manifest because you are a co-creator. You create your own experience and your own reality here on earth. Can't nobody do it for you but you, right? Life is designed for you to win, so let's win it. God has given all of us everything that we need to live the life that we want to live. He gave it to you, full planet. Like, it's like this is your world. What you want to do with it? I used to wake up and like, okay, Keisha, this is my world. What you want to do today? How you want to do it? Because you created every day, whether you realize it or not. When you choose what outfit you want to wear, when you decide whether or not you're going to go to work, you're not going to go to work. When you decide, I'm going to sit by the water today and praise God. Whatever it is, you create that. This is your world. What you want to do? Ain't nothing stopping you but you. We can't keep talking about all the enemy. The enemy, it's not the enemy. A lot of things that we go through and we're going through, it's self-inflicted. I'm sorry. It's self-inflicted. When you in these relationships and you know you shouldn't be in this relationship and you complain about it, really, it's self-inflicted. A lot of things. We don't have the money that we supposed to have. It's self-inflicted. You can lie to everybody else, but please don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. A lot of it is self-infliction. And guess what? You can change it. It's 10:01. I'm almost done, y'all. I'm almost done. Hang on in there with me. Understand what you're buying. Never invest in something you can't explain. Don't go for the hype. Research it. If you don't understand it, then you don't own it. It owns you. Play the long game. Wealth isn't built in a quarter. It's built over years, decades, generations. So prepare today, invest wisely, build wealth that lasts. And that is my last screen. And thank you so much for coming. Let me stop this share. I hope. Now, this was supposed to be interactive, but I just got carried away. But I hope you got some information from this. Can somebody tell me a takeaway? Can I get a couple of takeaways from here today, please? I want to know that somebody was able to take away something today. Anybody? No takeaways? Y'all already knew all this stuff. Okay, no takeaways.
My takeaway, good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey,
My takeaway is that I'm going to call you to get more information about starting a trust so I can put my real estate in there and in the upcoming properties that I'm going to purchase in there and get more information about how it works. You know, start doing my research. So you know how my life is. You talked about being a caregiver and working the job and being mastering spending money. Which I have all that. So I want to master investment. So I am ready. And you said another thing. Me having the knowledge to know what to do with a large lump sum of money when it comes, and I need to have that information because it's coming, and I need to be ready.
okay, come on.
I don't want to just continue to be a consumer. I don't want to. I don't want to continue to be a consumer only. I want to continue to be a business owner, and I started my ground floor right now with uh, life insurance and real estate. But you had another word you used about scaling, or it was another word you used about scaling, or something like that. But yeah, I want to make sure that I'm continuing to grow and to invest and to offer my family, support as well as knowledge that you're sharing with us. So I want to thank you again. Y'all have a nice day. I'm gonna say goodbye now.
Thank you, Millionaire Mason. That's I call her Millionaire Mason, honey. She don't be playing with nobody. One more person. Can I get one more person that had a takeaway? Any takeaway?
I have a takeaway.
Yes, Stacy Scott in the house.
Yeah, I just learned that I could actually rent my house out because I was told because it was a VA mortgage that I couldn't. And I just found that I could rent my house out. So now I'm going to rent my house out, let somebody pay it off, get me another property, and stay there for a year. And I'm going to keep the cycle going year after year, so I could build some income, monthly income. So I can see the house that I'm in right now getting paid off in less than 3 years now. So that's a big picture for me, just having more income, more sources of income, and building other stuff is the takeaway I got from it.
Billionaire. I want her to consider buying multifamily from at this point. One good, multi better. 3, 4, 2, 8, 6.
If I buy multifamily, can I live in one of them? And I mean, how would that be? I mean, I have a lot of money to be able to do that.
Yeah, you can live in
Call me,
them.
you can call me offline. Yes.
Okay.
And another young lady said she's looking for a place. And somebody else said same too. I guess they looking for a place.
Yeah. I need to rent a house, so you call me. I left my number on the chat. If you want to rent the house, call me.
Yeah, I'm going to rent it in 1 year because I have to do some
Yeah.
stuff with my to get ready to rent it.
Okay, great. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome,
great.
awesome. It's 10:06. I hope you all were able to get something, your mindset, on us making some different changes when it comes to our money, like owning. Let's become more owners. Don't forget May the 30th, regarding the funding, this money that's going to be in that room. Come early. You're going to meet some great, wonderful people. And please, can you all follow me? I'm about to change some things. A lot of information is going to go on Ask Madam Finance. So if you're not following me, please, it's going to be some wonderful things that I'm going to start sharing more often, especially grants. You're going to be able to see more grants on my social media. So with that,
Keisha,
yes, ma'am.
last question is Lorraine. Is there anything we need to come prepared to have in our possession when we come on Saturday?
I mean, like, it would be nice. I'm
Okay.
gathering my letter of intents. I have a lot of people I want to, so they can know that people support me or they will support the business. So, I'm reaching out to business owners, people who have a letterhead, that can say, hey, I'm going to support you and your business. So you might want to have that. You might want to have you know your mission statement, your elevator pitch.
Yes.
What's the first thing you're gonna say? They're gonna be talking to a lot of people. You want them,
Yes.
you say to them within a minute or so that will pique their interest. So you might want to practice like what I'm gonna say. They say, well, what do you do? What kind of business do you have? You wanna have that. Your mission statement. What is your mission?
Yeah.
What do you have? So I'm gonna
Okay.
have a book that's gonna have out of all the pop-ups I've done. I've done research showing people who have COPD, asthma, bronchitis, all of those different things, and they said they will support the business. Some of them said they will support just out of curiosity because they never been in a salt cave before. They never floated before. They never experienced those things. So I have that. I'm going to bring that along with my letter of intent to show. So we're going to start talking more about business and things that we can do to get that funding. Okay.
Okay. And last of all, I just want to say thank you so much for really saying my takeaway is where are you financially, especially with these freaking subscriptions? You hit a nerve there. It's like, oh yeah, $20 here, $15 here. It doesn't seem like a lot until you add it up. Because I was thinking, well, what if instead of them going to subscriptions, what if they were automatically coming out and going into an account for, for investments,
Ooh.
for savings to use for something else, which is
Yes.
like, when you think of savings, it's like I don't have any money, but it's kind of like when you do subscriptions, you don't see it come out. It's like saving for something, have it automatically coming out of your account, going into your account that you're using to save money for investments or rainy day or whatever you want to call it, but your slush fund, whatever. So thank you for that. That was like really, really huge. I appreciate you, Lakeisha. And I'll be talking to you later today anyway.
Okay, awesome. I want to thank the people who I have asked for the letter of intent. Thank you so much for sending them in. Some of you, I know you are real busy, so I am going to be reaching out because I would like to have them before, Saturday. And yeah, she said, "Hey sis, I'm definitely interested in your salt cake."
And I am somebody who has asthma too.
Okay, yeah. I'm excited about what God is doing in my life, what God is doing in you all's life. It's amazing that we are all growing together. We are expanding in 2026, and it's not about to stop. It's not going to stop. So tomorrow is creativity with Evelyn, and then on Friday we have Queen Aduni with purpose and passion. Okay, they're gonna be good. So
Yeah, and that being said, tomorrow, Mama Evelyn's on a kind of a sabbatical, scheduling with other people, car things. So, Danielle, can you say what you're going to teach on tomorrow? Yeah, because all these business owners might want to jump in.
Okay, so tomorrow, usually I teach on Mondays, social media on Mondays. Tomorrow, because we talked about it last night in a meeting, so I'm like, I do social media. I'm conflicted between going over Zoom and how to run the back office of Zoom or run a Zoom while you're presenting, or what is it? How to download other people's wheels on Facebook so that you can upload them, and as you're marketing and promoting yourself, you can upload, promote yourself. So it's a cross between those two. I
I
haven't.
vote for the latter. I vote for the latter. It's amazing.
Okay.
awesome.
So the social sharing of others' reels, and also creating your own. Yes, we can do that tomorrow.
Awesome. So let's give ourselves a hug because we as women, we caregiving, we loving on our kids, our grandkids, and everybody else. So we don't sometimes give ourselves enough love and grace, and love on ourselves. And let's give the world a hug because the world needs a hug too. And let's send love and light to all of those that are in authority. The Bible says we should pray for those in authority, whether you like them or not. And you just never know what difference or what miracles that can take place. I love you all. Thank you for partaking into yourself and have a wonderful and fantastic week on purpose. Peace and love.
Thank you.
Mwah, mwah.
Peace out.
Peace out.
Peace out.